Hi and hello everyone. This is Gautam. Currently, I'm CEO of Invisol. We have Akash Sriramojo with us. He's also a CEO of Invisol. And this podcast going to be very interesting because our topic is career well-being, which will be very relatable, and it's going to be must listen podcast to all the students, working professionals, and everyone who thinks who wants to develop their career or they want to maintain their career well-being. So let's start with a basic question. And sorry, before that, why don't we ask Akash to introduce himself? Hi, Akash, and just why don't you introduce yourself in short?
Yeah, hi Gautam. So we have been thinking about doing this podcast since long time. So we got today the time to explain about the career well-being to most of the people in India. So I come from the background of neuroscience and cognitive science. I did my masters in that, and after that I worked couple of years in the corporate setting and also in the startup world as a consultant, psychology consultant with few companies. Then, as you know, from last 1 year we are working on this invisible idea. So now we thought this kind of podcast would give audience a greater perspective about what is career well-being, how we need to choose career in their life, and what kind of things they have to do to aim for a meaningful career in their life and all that. So it's been really good, like my experience in education sector, and from last 3 4 years I'm really passionate about this career guidance field as well. And right now today we are developing the product and also introducing this career well-being in Indian context. Yeah.
So, I'll ask you, some couple of questions, and we'll get you into topics in very depth. So, I have divided my questions in this way, like what is career well-being, and why career well-being, and how any individual can achieve their career well-being. So, my first question is, what exactly is career well-being? And yeah.
Yeah, so in simple terms, if you wanted to explain what is career well-being, here you can see there are two words, career and well-being. As you know, like the holistic aspect in any life, anybody's life is like they have to be satisfied with what they have, right? So if you wanted to go and ask any person whether they are satisfied in their life or not, so they'll say, okay, I'm happy, I'm not satisfied, I'm struggling right now, and all that. So these kind of answers, why they say is like they basically, they may face some kind of issues maybe in the education setting or in a workplace or wherever they are in, maybe in the personal life as well. So these all things, the education, work life or personal life, it will contribute to the well-being. The well-being is a holistic concept. So the well-being, the contribution is from personal life, maybe the work life, or maybe your relationship, or maybe your financial situation, or maybe the career what you're pursuing right now. So in simple terms, you can say that the career decisions what you take in your life, maybe from childhood to adulthood, these all decisions will contribute to your life satisfaction, what we call. So whether you are satisfied in your life or not. So if you take the career decisions which are aligned with your skills or abilities, what you have, then you feel very much enjoy. You get joyfulness from your career, what you're pursuing. If that is not the case, every day you wake up and you say, okay, I have to go to the job or I have to pursue this career just because I wanted to earn the money. At that time, the life satisfaction will be very much low. Then this life satisfaction basically which contributes towards your well-being as well, because of the career decision what you have taken, and this thing what we call as a career well-being. So whatever the decisions you take in your life from childhood to adulthood, so whether these decisions are contributing towards positive life satisfaction or not. If that is contributing towards positive life satisfaction, then career well-being is maintained. So that is
That's
a basic.
That's very true. And there are some points really, it's very interesting that even sometimes what I feel is most of any individual's life, we do in a work life itself, it goes to work life. I mean, everyone's in their professional career, right? And it clearly impacts even from the younger age or in a undergrad age or in a professional life. At each step, a single decision really impacts a lot, whether they are completely satisfied or does it really align to their strengths or not. And as you are mentioning that career decision eventually, impacting their overall well-being. That's very interesting and very good insight, what I feel. And one more question I want to ask when it gets to why aspect of a career well-being. As our product is, we are billing to students, working professionals, right? Why this career well-being matter? I mean, because everyone thinks about the good salary. If I have a very good salary or if I have a very good package, I think my life is all about it. So does career well-being matter more than just a good salary?
So, for any person, if somebody is a professional or a student or anybody, so you can see most of our generation, millennials and even Gen Z, all of us are aiming for high paying jobs, especially in Indian society. We can see many people fascinate about getting into a high paying job. So, there is nothing wrong about that. But only high paying job doesn't give you the life satisfaction. So that is what we wanted to understand in deeper way, because when you are satisfied with your life, then only you are leading a very happy uh, life, or you are being very happy at your work, on even in your personal life as well. If that is not happening with you, then you have this kind of stressful situations. You may become very aggressive, or you have some kind of irritations frequently and all that. So, to avoid all these kind of things, why this career well-being becomes very important, because when you choose a career, you have to not just choose a career based on whether there's opportunities out there, whether that is trending, whether you have any salary, higher salary you are getting from that or not. This will be a one factor. But what is another important factor is like whether this career what you are choosing will give you the enough pleasure when you do this work for next 10-20 years. So whether you wake up in the morning and you feel is I need to go and do this job today. I'm not just running after the money, but I'm really passionate about doing this work. If that is the case is happening with you, then we can call that you have achieved the career well-being. So for many people, they take up a career just because of money. That is okay, but they may neglect this aspect, whether they're enjoying their work or not. And after 20-30 years, what they feel is like they just pursue their career just because of some external factors, because of peer pressure, family circumstances, but they have not taken care of themselves. They have not looked into what they have truly passionate about. Then after 10-20 years, they'll regret. If they look back and see, they see that they have just earned the money, but nothing has happened, nothing is meaningfully they have done in the outside world. So that is why for even in Gen Z generation, even for millennials, having a meaning from the work is becoming important. When you say you wanted to do a meaningful job or work, then that time the career well-being will kicks in. So that's why I say to the many people, um, don't just take up a career based on the what you get monetary benefits, but also look into the other aspects, whether your work life balance will be there, whether you have deriving satisfaction from that, whether you will wake up each day and you go to the work just to for the sake of enjoying the work over there. So these kind of things will become very much important rather than only monetary benefits. So if these kind of things are also uh, you make a check in for the other aspects rather than monetary, then at that time we can say the career well-being is achieved. So
Yeah.
that is why I say choose a career wisely, and also looking into whether that is also contributing to your well-being or helping you to maintain the well-being or not. Yeah.
That's very true. I mean, even what I feel personally is that Gen Z or the even sometimes some millennials also, I think they were little bit ignorant about understanding their values and their strengths before taking any decision. I think that is what eventually getting impact or letting them take a decision which not even uh, giving them a very good satisfaction once they get into a specific job. Yes, having focusing on that high paying job, even at many times when I spoke to couple of parents during our research process also, even as you mentioned, the family and all the peer pressure, even they are thinking about the why don't my child choose a specific course which gives a very good pay later once he get graduated. So that's how the thinking is in the when the parents mindset also. And in this context only, I want to ask, like, do you think why parents should ask what excites you, or instead of what will earn you more, or which course will make you can make a very good money? So, can you tell me more about that?
So right now in Indian context, like we have seen, like many of our parents, even we can't say anything wrong about how they are thinking, because we all come from a very humble background and we wanted to excel in our life. We wanted to get into some position to buy a house and settle down in next 5 10 years. So this is the case with most of the Indian parents and even the middle class parents out there. But because of this kind of social structure what we are right now in, like most of the people are aiming for a better lifestyle in today's world. To get that better lifestyle, they have to earn money. This is the crux of the thing, like why parents even ask whether this job or this career will fetch you a better salary or not. This is what the perception of the parents is. So because of the external society outside, this is how that's how it influenced the parents, and if parents are also thinking in those directions. Now why in this context, why it becomes important for a parent to even look into the other aspect of the career, not just the earning capacity from any career, but even whether this is interesting for your kid or not, if this gives him the satisfaction or not. So by asking this kind of questions to your child, or maybe like with what kind of field they are interested in, what they are enjoying. In today's generation, in 2025, we can't say that only conventional careers will give you the high paying job. If any person, if any child is specializing in some field, eventually they can also excel in that field and they can also earn good money. So there are different stream of incomes are created in the today's world. Maybe in YouTube, the content creation, or maybe entrepreneurs, maybe any other different niche areas are also coming up. It based on the skill set and whatever the interest you have. If a child is very much passionate about some field, then I would recommend parent to just leave some time for that child to explore in that direction. Anyway, if that child excels in that direction or that chosen field, he will eventually earn the money. So money should not be a primary point or primary agenda to select a career option. At least in 2025, I would suggest parents, because there are so many opportunities outside where we have to give the medium or platform for the child to explore these all opportunities. So I would say the parent to ask what the child would be interested in, not just what is the capacity you will be earning in the chosen field. Yeah. This is a shift what we need in the parenting as well.
Yes. So, in related to when we are already talking about the parents, right? So, I just wanted to ask one more question on this parents aspect only. And as you know, there are certain segments in our Indian context. There are some educated parents and non-educated parents. And being honest about it, how can we create an awareness on this career well-being, or how at least some basic questions like what exercise is one of the question, or at least is the parents can approach at least other counselors or other coaches to make them at least getting the student to a coach so that they can explore other career options. Is that small help can a parent do? Because sometimes even I when I researched about it, a couple of parents don't even have an idea of this career well-being aspect or even a career coaching or career counseling aspect. So, what do you say to those kind of parents? Still, they wanted to help their child.
So basically, as you said, Gautam, there are many people right now in this generation. Like even in in rural areas, we have uneducated people and parents who are from basically from their traditional work based occupations. Because of that, they may not have the broader awareness about what career options are available in the outside world. So because of this aspect, even they are not in a position to guide their children. Okay. Especially in the rural part of the country. Even in the urban setting, we have educated parents as well. But even though we have educated parents, so even these parents, they only know about the career options which they are familiar with, like conventional careers, engineering, medicine, CA, or some other high paying job based careers. So, because of even whether educated or uneducated people, parents, or anybody, they are limited with the options right now. The awareness is very low about the what careers they can pursue. So, because of this, at this point, if this is the situation, the career guidance becomes very important for even for the parents, even for the student as well, because there should be a medium or a platform where the bridge will be established between the parents and their children, because parents in this today's generation, they have so much of expectations from their children. Because of these expectations itself, they are pressurizing or forcing them to pursue certain type of career options, but child may not have that kind of interest in the career which the parents are forcing them to be pursuing. So right now the expectations are different and child has some other interest area. To bridge the gap, to create a common platform where we bring parent and a child, then there should be a company like our Invisol. What we are trying to do, we are trying to bridge the gap between the parent and student. So we give the career guidance to both student and the parent, where we make enough awareness about to the parent how they have to look into the child's career planning and career direction. Even for the child, how they have to look into who they are, what they are good at, what are their strengths and abilities. Based on that, they can explore what is interesting to them. So these all kind of things also will happen. So that is why we have come up with this self discovery program, right, Gautam? So through this self discovery program, we involve parent and a child. We take them through this journey. Especially child will be involved very more than the parent. So throughout this journey, will empower the child to realize about their capabilities, and they'll choose a career option. And also they'll talk to their parents while they're choosing a career option. Not only that, we'll go even beyond the decision making. They also come up with a roadmap to implement in the outside world to achieve the goal what they have set for themselves in their life. Yeah.
Yeah, so our self-discovery journey is one of the very interesting product which I feel also, because it's completely very personalized what we do, and even most of the other organizations who are doing a similar kind of counseling, which we are completely different. As our approach is completely holistic, right? And definitely that self-discovery journey, what you're mentioning, will help any child, or any student or any working professionals in a very good way. And in this, I want to add a couple of other points, like, between parent and the student, there is one other good medium is something called educational institution. And I think it is a very good place, or even educational institutions need to take a very good responsibility, and still certain policies are coming up in government currently, and it's a very good opportunity and also good responsibility institution need to take to guide a student by not making them in the future regret kind of career decisions. And school institution need also at least approach certain career coaching organizations to put a department, or at least have them own psychologist, so that eventually any student should get an opportunity to explore themselves rather than just focusing on decisions which completely based on family or friends or even school. We have heard couple of words like where only one or two sessions will happen to take which course or which college. That's how it will be in the market. But our invisible product completely focused on very personalized understanding individual's identity to taking creating an action plan.
Yeah.
And coming up to student, I wanted to ask one more thing. So if you have a student in front of you who is just undergraduation student, what would you give even if he's not up to taking a coaching, but a simple exploration tip or what you can give to him so that at least he'll be well equipped to maintain his well-being and also take a decision with a very informed way.
Yeah. So primarily, what I believe as a premise is like every student or every young person, even every human being, is unique. So their story is unique. So, but we keep ourselves in a box and we compare constantly with different people around us, like friends, relatives, cousins, and all that. Even society also emphasizes this comparison. Because of these comparisons, we lose or we neglect the essence of our story. Okay, so what primary strategy or even one thing I would advise or give suggestion to our young people is like they have to know about who they are, what is their story basically from childhood to till now. If they are in even school 10th or 12th or in undergrad or even in working professionals, they have to look back into their story and see how they have taken the decisions in their life. So what was they are interested in their school time and what happened in the college and why they have taken up this job. So they have to constantly go back and see what how their thought process has changed, why they have taken these decisions. If they have tracked down their own story, then they'll get to know about the perspective about their own life. Okay, till now, this is my life story. That's how I've taken these all decisions at different point of time in my life. And this is how I'm ending up in this situation. So right now, present where they are is based on the past decisions what they have taken. So if they look back, then only they'll get to know why they are in this situation. So this is the one important thing what I have to say to our young people: look back. And even the Steve Jobs have said this: when you look back, you can connect the dots. It's a famous saying from the Steve Jobs. So every student should look back and see from the childhood to till now what had happened, so that you can connect the dots and you can come up with your own story. And one other important thing I would like to say: when you are doing this exercise of looking back on your life, you have to be very much curious also. Curiosity is one important thing we should cultivate in our uh, mindset itself. Is like we have to be very much curious about why we have taken these decisions and how these decisions are affected us and what we are also going to do in the future. So if you have this curiosity, then only you'll search about different aspects: what I have to do after 10th, what I have to do after 12th, and what kind of career options are available. So this curiosity will guide you to consult different people, talk to different people, search on the website or search on the internet, chat GPT, Google, or anything. So this is a very important thing what I would like to uh, as a take home message: look into your story and also be curious about who you are and what is happening around you. Yeah.
I hope each and every student or individual take that insight and do this activity before taking any career decision. And by the way, thank you, Akash. It's really a very insightful podcast what we have done, and a very good message we are taking out there, which is career well-being, and we'll keep on doing that. And to all the audience who have just watched the podcast, we'll be doing multiple videos like this with a different topic, which completely help to all the young youth of India. And our main goal is beyond careers towards well-being. That is what we believe. And also one more thing, self-discovery leads to excellence. And yeah, thank you everyone. See you in the next video.
Thank you, Gautam.